you're recording already, are you?
It's just to get it going, so.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Cockpit
Cast.
cast.
The police are up there, look. We're doing like you know that really block in cars thing? They go up and down the runway, the opposite runway now.
Master off. Don't want to go. I had it going half an hour ago.
Frequency don't need. Yep, fine. Keep going there. You on. Out. I'll just retransponder that. Sends a signal to Belfast City. When we get up, I'll just say there's 2 Yahoos up there flying around. That's all that does.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Would you believe it? I'm afraid of heights.
Well, yeah.
There's one for you.
Yeah. Well, you see, you're
We're not afraid of heights. I'm uncomfortable
yeah.
in heights. We went up to the Eiffel Tower. And on level 1 and level 2, I
really,
couldn't operate hardly. But up to the 3rd level, I was fine.
Have you always been scared of heights, or is that
Just uncomfortable.
But even from a kid?
I'm from a kid, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I think the older you get,
It can get worse.
the worse it is, because you have more to lose. Never up on a wee aircraft before, John?
Never. The whole new thing for me.
Helicopter coming in.
Any bother judging your width?
I just keep her well out wide is basically what we do.
Get that. Stick your head down. Yeah. Need my notes. Checklist.
I'll wait till your headphones
No,
on.
you
Get a
beaver on.
selfie.
You do what you like. No bother.
We happy heads in this. So is this? Do I need to listen to this?
Your briefing, yeah, I'll do your briefing for you in a minute. But
Okay.
just give you that.
Right, guys, John, we're just going to go up and fly down the. We'll take off from 2-1 here, and then we'll make a left turn, climb to about 1,200 feet, and then just fly down the peninsula.
Okay.
And then as we're flying down, we'll just be having a yarn, and that's
100%.
basically the video. It's like a podcast flying a plane.
Yeah. Get it? I get it.
Something different, you know.
It's I'm annoyed that I bits won't start now.
I know, but don't worry about it.
It's I'll wait. I'll yell it on a minute or two maybe. Good job, he's it, Sam. Right, seat and seatbelts are on, so that's fine. Your door's locked. It is now. Air sickness is a really sick bag, but we shouldn't be flying in any manner that would make you sick.
Okay.
Because you'll be looking out the front, and it's a lovely day. It should be calm, and we'll be doing no rolls or loop-the-loops or any of that malarkey.
Can you do that?
Not in this aircraft.
But you can on another one.
Aye, a different one.
Cold.
Yeah, but we'll not be doing that in this.
No, please don't.
So it'll just be like, hopefully it should be an experience just like the airlines. That's controls.
Without the trolley service.
Without the trolley service. This is an old base for RAF during the war. They had a Remembrance Day yesterday.
Okay.
And there was 11 boys, soldiers killed here way back during the war when the Luftwaffe bombed here.
Okay.
And it was bombed during the war. I didn't even know that till I came down there and some boy was showing me the thing. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. But you can see there's an old bunker thing over there. Just I don't know if you can see it when boys are standing.
Okay.
And that was like there's a machine gun nest there for looking down for boats around coming in up off Strangford Lock.
Yeah.
And that's 2 machine gun nests there.
Alright.
Golf, fire 1. Charlie Golf, go ahead. Yeah, that's the police just finished up here, so we had time to backtrack and exit to the apron. Probably that. Do you want me just to go back to the apron and hold for power check and let the police go past? Yeah, if you don't mind, that would be appreciated. No problem. Go, Charlie, go.
radio. The radio will burst into life a lot, and sometimes you'll hear the registration Charlie Echo of this aircraft. That'll be our traffic control. If we're chatting, we'll just have to stop and hear what he has to say, and then we'll continue on our chat then. But when we get up and get down there, we'll just put it in cruise and we'll just chat away and have a bit of crack. This is my backup just in case that line doesn't work. Be a wild send to go flying and then not have the audio, wouldn't it?
It'd be no use, sure. We'd have to do that again.
We'd have to do it all again. You would actually.
Hard enough to get up here at this for one.
It was hard enough to get up the first time, aye.
Gosh, I have to plan this.
I don't know, but 3 or 4 times I would say.
Yeah.
Normally that's what happens. Clap, clap, clap. That should sync
Syncs all together.
Syncs it all together. That's the mic, isn't there? Isn't it? Aye, that's the mic. I think I'd ever done this before.
I know, yeah. Is that the mic? I'm like, hopefully.
Boy, I can fly a plane. More wires in a telephone exchange.
I've never done. Never plugged in my wee backup microphone. Right here.
Oh, you hadn't that in?
Nah. We're in now, we're flying now. Right.
Briefing done.
Okay.
Right. And that's the emergency procedures, but I won't bother you with that.
Okay.
That's just for fun. I don't remember. That's
so you're recording audio through...
I'm recording audio through the aircraft system, but this is my backup in case that balls us up, which sometimes it does.
Yeah, it does.
So I have this wee buckle. I'll set him in there in the meantime. Then we'll plug him in a minute. Right, we'll get going then. Let me see, did I turn all that? Well, I see remembering to turn all this shit on.
When it was on, yeah. Those frighten me because it'll be on here and then you look at it 20 minutes later and that looks like it's off.
Nearly as wide as a triple motors.
Very much, isn't it?
Go Charlie, go taxi to the 3-3 hold.
Bad job, innit?
That's a brilliant job. You must have a wee sticker thing in the back of that, have you?
Yeah.
There's your machine there, look, Sammy.
Helicopter, no, I'm
I'd love to fly a
fine for
helicopter, but
helicopter.
it'd be bloody expensive. Thank you, Golf Alpha Romeo. You're welcome. Right, need to just do a power check, so we'll do that here before we go. Right, park and brake on. And the location here clearing in the wind. Yep, all good my side, good your side.
Yep.
Park and brake on, RPM set to 1800.
Where's your wee hat? Your wee pilot's hat?
Oh, it's in the back there.
And your stripes? I thought you'd be all kitted out.
Stripes are there.
The only reason I came, I thought it was...
You thought this boy's going to be in uniform?
Yeah.
Damn, I missed a trick there, you know.
There's still time.
Alright, good to go?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Go.
Good to go?
Yeah.
Right, let's go. Good to go?
Go.
Okay, let's go. I'll give you the emergency procedure you head on to them. If we need them. We won't, but... Just realistic for you, you know. Don't get that normally. We won't need it, I think. You don't need to come down to our farm then?
That fella's swimming too.
Uniform descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1023. That's P1023.
So that wee bump there, what was that?
That just happens.
That just happened.
A bit longer. A lot of these people, you know, it's their first time on camera. You can't expect them to be rock stars
Yeah.
every time, no.
But then you get people who are naturally, they just beaver away and they never even notice the things there, you know, they just pair on.
There's a lot of people out there with a lot of great stories, and that's the hardest part of what we do is, like, I would love to have the manpower to really spend time with people before I put them on camera to you know, get to know them and get them to open up, because you take Tom Bates' farm, for example. I had never met Tom before I went really, I knew Tom was, but I never really chatted a lot to Tom.
Yeah.
But across that series, you know, by the time it's finished, Tom's making a beeline for me to get telling stories. He wants to tell stories, and he loves telling stories. That's all I want, is somebody that wants to talk to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's a great character on it, actually, in fairness,
yes.
But you live at the castle there. Like, what's the story with that?
Yeah, it was an old, our bottoms, you see, what we call the bottoms. People find this very unusual that we have a bottoms.
Right. Even though it's all flat.
It's all flat, but it's bad land.
Right.
So we call a bit of poor land on a farm, a bottoms.
Right, okay.
That's the local slang for that, but that would have historically been a lake.
Right, okay.
And whenever the drain to Shannon, whenever that was in the 1700s or 1800s, the lake went away.
Right, okay.
But that whole castle was built on the edge of a lake.
Right.
So it was an old, and it was an old O'Farrell fortress. Just a walled-in Irish acre.
Yeah.
What it was. Never was anything, no money around it. Just an old, and there's no right of way into it.
Right, okay.
But it's just there. It's always been there. We tidied it up a few times. The walls were getting underpinned and keep it. We're custodians of it.
Yes,
I suppose
yes.
the best way to keep it. Just to keep it in the state we had it. We made sure that nothing ever fell down.
Right, okay.
There was a big section of the wall one time got underpinned, and you could nearly put your hand out. They're 2.5 foot, 3 foot wide.
Right.
The wall. They're more than 4 foot wide. But the stones all fell out from under the wall.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So we got a handyman in, and he redone and underpinned the whole thing and made sure it was down for years to come. But
yeah.
Could have been 20 metres of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if that fell, that was it forever.
That's it, gone, and that's what happens.
No one's going to build it up, but yeah, we just look after the thing, that's all. We have a little orchard of apples in it and stuff like that, so. It's always been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the history again, you know, because
I think just the history of it, yeah.
Philip mentioned back in the Cromwell days, that was the castle.
He would have, well, he was blamed for knocking a section of it that is down.
Oh, he was good at that, yeah.
I think he was good at all that sort of stuff, so, yeah.
He's a great man for the demolition.
Yeah, he was into that sort of thing, alright, knocking things down, wasn't he? Yeah.
It's different. There are so many farming channels out there.
Yes,
must be thousands.
There used to be like 2.
Yeah.
You know, and that's back to this perception that I'm going to make myself famous. I'm going to get a load of free stuff given to me. I'm going to make loads of money in AdSense, and I'm going to sell a ton of merch, and it'll be a gift.
Yeah.
It's not a gift.
No, it's not.
Not a gift.
Maybe if you had been started 10 years ago, you would be up at that level.
There's always that first hurdle thing. It's like who came first is always the winner. You know?
Yeah, it's. But you're right. You know, even though stuff is like a mini film, if you like, or a little movie thing that he has going on. That bloody camera's not working. Oh, why is he cutting off?
That's over as well, because...
Oh, it's overheating.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay.
That's why. Didn't think of that. Overheating there. Anyway, this is still working, isn't it? Yeah. And I've got my backup audio, so we'll be alright. Be alright. Oh, we'll head her back in. That's the bollocks that now. I didn't realise that was going to do that.
That always happens.
She's alright, you know, but
overhot.
As long as this machine doesn't overheat, we'll be alright.
No, we'll manage the camera.
We'll manage the camera. The key is not to let it distract you, you know, you just, didn't work right, fine, put it away.
Yeah. Nasty bit of the shower in front of us.
Yeah, just coming in there, but got to get in.
The turbulence is the thing that's always been intimidating, you know, even as a passenger to play it, you know, that just out of nowhere the air pocket can kind of all the play it.
This time of year is much better for flying because the air is more stable. Like today, there's no turbulence because there's no heat, there's no sun, you know, there's no heat rising off the ground. At this level, you're getting your turbulence is coming up, so you're always bobbing along in the sun. This time of year is the best time for flying. In the winter time, the air is colder, far more stable.
Yes.
Aircraft flies perfect. You know, that wee airplane's flying perfect there. Just
Summer time you'd be wrestling with it a bit more.
well, you know, you go along, you would get a bump, you know, and then you'd be like driving over a speed bump. You know, that would be kind of like, or put another way, driving over a bad rut in the field at pace. You know, and you just get a bounce, and then you go, and then you hit another rut, and bounce again, and but you can get used to it, you know.
Yeah.
But if it's really bad, it's no fun, you know. So you would wouldn't do it then.
Are you long flying?
Been at it. I've been at it about 6 years, 6 or 7 years.
As a pastime.
I wanted to do it as a career many years ago. And I fell out with it, you know. I never bothered, and I went on and done engineering and surveying, and that was that.
Right.
And then I picked it up again. I'd say about 5-6 years ago. I really wanted to do it, and I went and did my private pilot's license there. But if I'd have known the work was in it, I wouldn't have done it. But once I started it, you know, I kind of had to keep at it. But at that time, man, there's a lot of work in it.
A lot of work.
Oh, a lot of work in it. A lot of studying and learning and flying, and yeah, a lot of work in it. But worthwhile. To be able to do this today, you know.
Yes. Makes it all worthwhile.
Makes it all worthwhile. But yeah.
Scrabble 46, Lava. 46. Scrabble 46, yeah, I'm operating on the backup radar, so I can't really get you in for practice div yourselves. I can get you into the...
No, I know a few young lads have gone on and done the commercial aircraft license.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
It's a lot. It's about 120 grand, something like that.
Yeah.
Euro, anyway, you know, to do that. But,
A big investment.
a big investment. But at the minute, like, the money those boys are demanding now is mad.
What are they getting a week?
You're a captain, you could be 70, 80 grand a year, you know. Maybe more. Actually over that.
Grand a week. Grand a week.
Yeah.
You have 120,000 to pay back, so...
Yeah, but it's a brave bit of money. It's a mortgage, really, isn't it? It's a house.
Mortgage, yeah.
Tango, request airfield information and radio check. Sergio, got Charlie Foxtrot, Juliet, at 3315 hold.
It's actually pretty decent size.
Oh, there'll be plenty of money down in this part of the world.
I think so. With the land as nice as this.
Down County Down coast here for sure.
Who owns what castle is that? Jesus, that's nice.
That is Mount Stewart.
Is it privately owned or is that like a hotel?
I think it's privately owned. Yeah.
Wow.
I think actually at one time because I think the airfield is leased from them, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Because they own they would have owned all that land
Big
at one time.
landowners,
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Don't
that
think-
the Mourne Mountains?
That is the Mourne Mountains with the clouds sticking over the top of it. Yeah.
Well, it looks like Mount Everest from here.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, the ears.
Yeah, you're just losing that altitude there.
20 gravity, the Yankee is also visual with aircraft also heading for the overhead cockpit area. Off Lima 3, just left base 3-3 to land.
Just thinking too, like all them houses that you're having to just crab it down over to hit this.
Yeah.
It's like, would I really want my house there with all these apprentice pilots?
Yeah.
Coming out the land.
I mean, there's a lot. This is a training facility, and that's, yeah. I mean, there's limitations on noise as well, like certain things, and.
But you're looking at a hill full of houses there that you had to swing down over to come down onto this.
Yeah.
I suppose an airfield, wherever it is.
It is, yeah. But I mean, this airfield was here during the war. Those houses wouldn't even have been there.
Yeah.
I'd say you enjoyed yesterday because you didn't have the camera in your face. You were just relaxed.
No, I just wanted. That's just me. Just
Yeah,
toddle
you're
around,
probably used to it.
just chat to lads, and everyone has a story to tell.
Yeah, exactly. Let me just tell them clear. Golf uniform, full stop, Charlie. Golf is clear of the active.
Like you were pulled back, your throttle was like well back. You were down to almost takeover there.
Yeah. You're feeding in a little bit of throttle just to keep the picture right, because you got to keep the airspeed at about 60, 65 maybe with just me and you in it, and you're coming in and you're basically, when you're touching down, we call it flaring, but you're stalling the airplane. That's what you're at, to converting it from flying to being on the ground, and that's what that. You heard the stall warning going off, that beeping noise, I think that screeching noise.
Okay.
It's like sounds like a handbrake in a tractor, but that's the stall warning. It makes a screech noise, and then she just sort of settles down. But there you go.
Comfort zone as well.
Yeah.
Because I would normally be a very shy person.
Oh really?
Oh, people wouldn't think that. Yeah,
I
I would be shy.
that.
I hate crowds. That's why I like flying.
Yeah.
And I like sitting there on a tractor all day long.
I'm the same here. Like I'm not a people. Well, obviously I'm not a people person, but I'm not a big crowd person.
Yeah.
Like I don't go to those farming events and things. Really, I don't really go to that. The 1200 event now was my biggest push. But it was marvelous to go down and meet people who followed the channel. You know,
like-minded kind of people. Yeah, they have a lot in common with.
Yeah, and people just saying, oh, they really loved it, and it's that type of thing. It's just nice to meet those people.
I was gutted I missed it. Yeah, we had a wedding on the Friday, and it just the way it worked out.
What can you do?
Like, who gets married on Friday the 13th? Like, it's
that's a bad start, isn't it?
Alright, where am I going to put this airplane? I think I'll put her up there.
What is she running on now? Aviation?
Avgas. She runs on Avgas. Bring her over here.
Do you remember the first time you soloed?
I don't think any pilot forgets that.
Ever forgets it.
Yeah, I actually was speaking about that the other day, and I met my old instructor today before you come up here. He's no longer instructing. Yeah. But he was the guy who sent me solo, and he recognised me. Okay. Those guys know as well,
Yeah. And was it sprung upon you, or did you know it was coming?
No, and I was saying that to him, like, as I thought, I might leave this here for fuel. I thought that they deliberately do that, but he said they gauge it on the personality, and I'm gonna park it over here, and he thought that based on personality, they say, well, we'll spring it on you, or they'll prepare you, and he goes, it just depends on the personality.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like that. I had it sprung on me. I thought I was coming up for a regular lesson.
Yeah.
And I went in, and there was another instructor there, and he says, oh, I'm taking it today. Anthony can't take it, he's with another. And he'd done a couple of circuits with me, and he says, right, just dropping you here, away with you.
Yeah, same for me.
Unbelievable.
It was, yeah.
And you hadn't time to think.
No.
It was just like...
I was saying, my feet were shaking.
Yeah, I was the same.
Yeah. Oh, thank God, I thought it was just me.
No.
Great success.
So we have all this to undo again.
Undo again, the whole lot.
No, not the whole lot. It's a lot easier this time. But you have to set it up
in such a way that you do it in sequence.
Same way, and then the next boy getting in, it's set exactly the same way.
Yeah, kind of a standard.
Standard, exactly. So I'm shut down. Okay, let's hear.
Golf 2 Sierra, lifting left.
Circle winds at 1200. Yep, that's fine.
We wouldn't as diehard Massey men as all the boys.
That's the thing. Very little Masseys in that Farmflix.
It's hard to bring that level of appreciation. It's a bit like me going to video horses. It's like
the
horsemen are all like, oh, look at them horses there. It's like,
That's a horse to me.
Yeah, you'd be quicker down the road if it was a John Deere, is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Not every John Deere. I take a special fleet of John Deeres, but.
Just couldn't. Oh, I just you let that flow, and whatever happens, you know. And but
yeah.
he was just having a canary over this. You know?
I've seen this flying along, you know, and it dropped me bumped my elbow off the the door.
Just a sudden drop.
Yeah, and you go, Jesus.
That's just to wake you up.
That's just it's a plane saying, "Hey, boss, are you flying or me?"
Very good.
But yeah.
Of its shape?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, basically, if you believe religion and that man was made in the image of God, sheep were made in the image of the devil. You get the horns, the hoofs, the whole thing. Absolute evil creatures. Hate them. That's my theory on sheep.
White vermin and all the same. White vermin.
Woolly vermin, yeah. Evil wool.
So, what's our TikTok for today?
Sometimes it's Instagram, sometimes it's Snapchat. You just it looks like
I never remember to do that. I just do YouTube and I go, oh, I should have done like a TikTok or something then.
Yeah. But you
Actually,
can take things off it and make it into a TikTok.
yeah, I can do.
It is hard to. I'm the opposite. I forget to do YouTube.
I noticed that when I'm not calling you fat, but whenever you get in here, I was flying this before you get in, and it's like a wee rocket.
Oh,
on a cool day like this, it just goes up like a rocket.
But
when you get in,
when you've extra,
I needed that extra wee bit of runway. You know, just you notice the difference. But, well, I wasn't calling you heavy there now. Get this stuff geared up or gathered up here.